Traveling alone can bring incredible freedom. The open road calls many of us as an expression of our restlessness or nomadic spirit, or simply because we want change in our lives. However, there are times when the open road can be lonely and isolating. Okay, guys, let's get real. Traveling full-time, part-time, it's not all sunsets and mountaintops and all the fantasies that you see on YouTube of van life. It can be very stressful. You're going to places that you've not ever been before sometimes, mapping out your trip, spending hours behind the wheel. And even though you're traveling, when you get there, you may have to do chores and you might have to do laundry, or you might have to dump the tanks or get some fresh water, or you may need to go grocery shopping. Being on the road can bring unimaginable freedoms. However, it can also bring bouts of loneliness, depression, and feelings of isolation. The research has shown that solo travelers frequently report bouts of isolation, depression, and those feelings of loneliness. In this video today, we're going to talk about 5 strategies to help you beat depression, isolation, and loneliness, and enrich your life. Let's get into it. All right, strategy number 1, create a routine and a structure. Men often thrive on routines and structure. Well, what does that look like? Well, maybe make a decision to make your bed every day. If you're like me in the van, I have to make my bed every day. There's no getting around that, because if I don't make my bed, I can't get to the bathroom and I can't get to the kitchen. So make your bed every day. Maybe get your day started with a hot beverage. For me, it's a cup of coffee. I know that I enjoy having a cup of coffee. It gives me an opportunity to wake up, and it gives me an opportunity to think about my plan for the day. Now, the other thing you might want to consider doing, and maybe you've never done this before, is journaling. What I have found, and what I found during my trip to Arizona, is that, it gets pretty lonely on the road. And so getting an opportunity to write down my thoughts about, what's happening around me, how I'm enjoying the trip, and where I'm going, that really helped me to process some of that isolation feeling and loneliness. Let's face it, men don't process their emotions and feelings like women do. And so the art and act of journaling really kind of helped me to get through and write down what I thought was going on for the day and how I was feeling on the road. And sometimes what my plan was to make, things a little bit better for myself. I don't know about you, but that early morning period for me is a real opportunity for me to think with a lot of clarity. And I think it's really important that in that morning time, if that happens for you, to write down your plan for the day and, create that structure that's going to help motivate you across the day. Sometimes making an internal connection kind of helps you in terms of creating a structure that's going to prevent from feeling lonely or isolated on the road. Men often don't like to connect internally. And in this video, hopefully I'm going to teach you some strategies that will help you become a little bit more mindful. Now, don't click away yet, because I got a lot of exciting things to talk about still. Strategy number 2, make a list of people you want to talk to on a daily. For me, on my way to Arizona, I had a morning call with my son Alex every day. And that call really helped, really remove some of the feelings and emotions of isolation and loneliness. It helped keep me connected to the current events that were going on with the family. And it just made me feel better to know that everything was okay while I was on the road. So make a list of those people that you want to talk to on a daily basis, and then make sure that you do that. Making that human connection can also alleviate a lot of the loneliness when you're on the road. Strategy number 3, train your mind. Men, let's face it, we don't always have the best human connections. And we don't always have the best opportunities to take care of ourselves, nor do we practice any kind of self-care that has any meaning to us. And maybe because we don't find it as a priority or we don't find it important, but it is important. And before you click away, because this is all, touchy-feely, I want you to consider a moment of self-reflection and self-connection. How can you take better self-care? That can include going on a brisk walk or taking a hike, maybe using resistance bands. They're easy to store, they're easy to pull out, and they're easy to use. But whatever your plan is, make sure you do it on a daily basis. Exercise in itself can really help you feel more in control, less lonely, and less isolated. All right, as a nurse and a healthcare educator, I often struggle in the evening to turn my head off. And that's especially true when I'm on the road. I'm super, super vigilant and about my environment, where I'm at, any single noise in the van, I know, I hear it, and sometimes it freaks me out. I think to myself, okay, what was that noise? Because that's unusual. And all that brings about a tremendous amount of stress. So I want to share with you some exercises that I do that helps me to mitigate that stress and relax a little bit. Now, please don't turn away. Just take the next few minutes, and I want you to find a relaxing place and join me for one quick mindfulness exercise that, truthfully, I think you'll see value in.
Take a moment to clear your mind. Allow your mind to drift through thoughts and then watch them disappear. Take a moment of silence and enjoy the peace. Listen to your breathing. Take deep, long breaths and then release them. With the release of each breath, feel the stress and loneliness leaving. Go deeper in your relaxation. Connect with your body, your breathing, and your heartbeat. With each beat of your heart, understand how important it is to make this inner connection with yourself. Take as long as you need in this state. When you are ready, return to active living, remembering that this exercise has helped you to deal with the loneliness, the isolation, and the stress of being on the road. Also recognize being on the road provides incredible freedoms and allows you the fullest expression of yourself.
All right, strategy number 4. Keep your head in the game. Learn something new every day. As men, we're problem solvers. We like to create solutions. Ways in which you can do that is download an audiobook, read a book, find a new podcast that really, spikes your interest. We already talked earlier about journaling. Journal what you've learned today and what you learned about yourself and what you learned in general. So learning is really an important part of keeping your head in the game. And of course, the last thing, watch your favorite YouTuber. Earlier, we talked about structure. So maybe a part of that structure is in keeping your head in the game. Get some of the maintenance done in the van or in your RV that you've been putting off. Perfect opportunity to do it when you're on the road and you're feeling a little bit isolated and a little bit lonely. Takes your mind off it. The other thing is learn something every day. If you stop learning, you start losing. Strategy number 5, stop overthinking. Whatever will be, will be. All of these strategies today have really been something that I think can help you in terms of combating and defeating isolation, depression, and loneliness. One of the things that helped me on my trip to Arizona was creating a mantra. And I'll share with you what my mantra was because I had it, posted in the RV. And my mantra was all about structure, connection, learning, and freedom. I think one of the things that really helped me a great deal when I was on my road trip to Arizona and my return back home, and this is a brief story, my sister called me and said, hey, come on out to Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. and hang out with us for a day on your way back home. Well, I was in Houston and I was working. And of course, my limiting beliefs said, I can't be on the road while I'm working. Well, what did I do? I packed everything up and I got on the road at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, heading through Houston to Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. And you know what? I went through Houston taking an online meeting through Teams without any issues. So stop your limiting beliefs. You have a lot of strength to do what you need to do. Follow your mantra. Whatever your mantra is, follow it. Until next time, thank you for being part of this adventure and this journey. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next video.